Happy Saturday. It is awesome today. I'm so excited because I heard yesterday that the gyms are going to be allowed to open back up. Not fully, but how they were before this last lockdown that we had in Calgary. So my butt's really happy about that because I'm feeling a little, as much as I'd like to work out at home, it never really happens. I've been doing some yoga at home, but it's hard to get for me. I need the gym. The gym is like my meditation. It's lifting weights is like my meditation. It's just like the full moon energies this week are super rad, so strong. And I just want to ask how everybody's holding up with these energies. There's been a lot of shadows. Like I sense and I hear that each moon from here on in this new paradigm shift is going to be stronger and stronger and stronger. So hold on to your pants and panties and underwear and just allow everything to come through and flow through. I've been like moving some major heavy denseness out of my body because, as I said, even as people are more ascended in their journey, there's still shadows. Like I still have so many shadows. As soon as I feel like I've leveled up, more shadows come to they try to bring me down, but I don't let them anymore. I feel through them. I was laughing this morning because I've always channeled. I just realize it now. And a lot of the time when I channel, it's in the shower because I'm just in that zone and I'm like listening to a book on tape or I'm listening to some awesome music and just thoughts come in. And what the guides told me this morning was I was thinking about energy work and how it works. And, when I work with my clients, I always let them know or intuitively let them feel that I'm not here forever. I'm here as a stepping stone on your ascension process. I'm here to realign you. And what I heard this morning is I'm like, when you're jumping a car, like jumping by batteries with battery cables, that's what I am. I infuse light into you. I will fill you with this light to cast these shadows out. And the rest is up to you after I give you that jump. And yes, you may need to be jumped a few times and be taught how to jump yourself. And I still see, as soon as I start channeling, my nose runs, I laugh. And it's funny because like at the beginning of my journey, and I'll share this with you, I felt like I needed so much from external, like people guidance. I needed people to tell me what to do and how to do it and infuse me with their light and just like wisdom. And as I learned more and more that my inner wisdom, and when I'm tapped into source, that's where the true wisdom comes from. And we're all capable of tapping in to that infinite source of wisdom. So now, like I still need alignment from time to time and I can heal myself a lot of it, but I still, a couple times a year need that jump, need that start. And the key is like, as you're on this process, one person might be a great guide at the beginning, but don't put your all into them because as your vibration rises, you may find you attract other people in and other healers that may vibrate at different levels and they may be of more service to you at that point that you're at because they may be able to infuse a part of you that somebody else can't because we all have our own gifts. And everybody's light shines just a little bit differently. And that's the joy. That's the amazingness of this world that we live in this paradigm. Because as you open your heart and open yourself up for this feeling of abundance and on this healing process, you just start to attract the people that are there for your next step and your guides through it. And then if there's a time where you feel like this person is not right on my path, it's okay to just, send them love. And maybe they're not there, you guys aren't there to serve in the same way together anymore. And it's time to like transcend and take a next step. So don't always feel like, I posted a video last week about not putting people on a pedestal and all your eggs in one basket. That's important because when you put all your eggs in one basket, you don't get the full view, especially at the beginning when it's like confusing. Everything that's going on is confusing and you don't realize that everything's so interconnected and intertwined that there are no coincidences. Just look at the world around you as a mirror for yourself. Look at the people that you're attracting in as a mirror for what's going on the inside. Look at every circumstance that's attracted in and every feeling that you feel, even if it's towards every projection you feel, every judgment is a mirror for the inside. And once we figure out that all of our power comes from within, not from everybody else around us, that is when you're in that 5D consciousness or 6D consciousness. And the key is to anchor that in to the 3D, to the physical world. Because if you're up here too much in this 5, 6, 7, 12D, 24th dimensional consciousness, what are you doing on the earth? Like, you're out of your mind and you don't feel like you fit in. So it's this key of integration, of bringing the two together and marrying them and allowing your system to be cleansed so you can flow these higher vibrational energies. Because what'll happen is if you start to tap into these super high vibrational energies and your body and your system isn't ready for it and you're not properly grounded, you will blast off and you will feel sick. And you may have a nervous breakdown or a psychotic episode because your body doesn't know what's going on. Your mind, it'll like fry your mind. So it's important to like take baby steps in the process and not think that you need to be in this 12D ascended world, enlightenment, in like a month, because it takes time and it takes a lot of perseverance and a lot of patience, and it takes power, not force. So don't force it. As soon as you're forcing, you're coming from a place of lack, and the universe does not bode well with lack. It feels this lack vibration come out of you, and it's like, oh, well, you're obviously missing something, so I'm going to put more of that shit that you think you're missing into your life to teach you that you are not missing anything. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. So put yourself in the vibrational match of where you're going and where you are, where you want to be. So it's like when people are seeking, I'll use the relationship thing because it's such a big thing in our society. We think we need somebody to complete us, which is a crock of shit. Nobody needs anybody to complete them. The only thing you need to complete yourself is be truly and madly in love with yourself and with source, God, energy, whatever you call it, with your angels, with your guides, allow it in. And when you have that and you feel at home in yourself and in your body and are so in love with yourself that, you know what, hey, I would like to maybe have somebody in my life, but I don't need it. I don't seek it. I don't feel lack from it. That is the key. Bringing yourself into that vibration of unconditional love within yourself. Being so in love with yourself that if somebody does come into your life, you can share that love with them and they're going to mirror that love back to you that they have for themselves. Because then you're going to attract somebody who also has that unconditional love for themselves. And that is the true partnership that everybody seeks in this lifetime. But people don't realize it starts with you. And I know that's so cliche, but it does start with you. Everything starts with you, owning your power, owning your responsibility, having the awareness that you are the creator of everything in your life. So if you feel sadness and despair and like you don't have enough, that is okay. Just pull yourself out of it, baby step by baby step, and bring yourself to the place where you want to be in your mind, in your mind's eye. And I feel a lot of us as kids were told our imaginations were a joke or they weren't good or they weren't real. That's the beauty of like young children. If you have children or have nieces or nephews or kids around you, watch them because they don't believe anything but what they see in their mind's eye. And that is the key. We're told that our dreams aren't reachable. We're told that, where our soul's trying to take us is wrong because it's not what society wants. No, your soul knows where to go. Intuitively, innately, your soul knows where you need to go. You were put on this earth before your soul entered your body in your mother's womb. You were up there planning this. There was a divine blueprint and a divine plan for your body. And I know some people might think that sounds sacrilegious or whatever, but that is the truth. And I used to think it was like, why? Like it's random. No, it's not. Your soul self planned all of this. No matter how much garbage you've been through in your life, it's all a gift because it's bringing you to where you are. It's teaching you what your soul needed to transcend the patterns, the karmic patterns that have been in your life for tens of thousands of years, depending on how old your soul is, how long your soul's been on this earth plane, coming back and forth. And it's here to ultimately become the ascension process is the ultimate goal of any soul. So yeah, just know that your imagination and those divine, have you ever just been sitting daydreaming or you have a dream and you have the coolest flash of something and you're like, no, that's bullshit. But it just feels calm and it feels right? That's your soul telling you this is what you need to do. This is where, even if it seems like, if it's not fearful and it feels comfortable and it feels like it's home, that is your soul pulling you to go. Oh, thank you. You're amazing too. But yeah, just follow it. I fought my soul for so long. I fought my purpose. I fought myself. And I had a lady a few years ago come up to me randomly and told me, she's like, get the fuck out of your own way, because you are the only person standing in your way of any kind of greatness and power that is waiting to come into your life. And I was like, what? No, it's everybody else's fault that I'm not where I am, because they've done this to me and they've done that to me. And you know what? My childhood was shit and everything. And you know what? I realized that now, no, it was my fault, because I allowed other people to take my power by blaming them. So bring it back inside. It's the power versus the force. When we force, we push things away. When we empower ourselves with wisdom, with connection, with love, unconditional love for ourselves and everybody around us, that is when you start attracting everything that you desire, the miracles, the synchronicities, just everything. So watch your thoughts, watch your words, watch what you say to yourself, because they will manifest. And everything that goes out comes back in a vibrational wave, everything. So on that, take these full moon energies today, and I guide you to write down things that are patterns, thought patterns that are no longer releasing or no longer serving you, and you're going to release them. You're going to, give thanks and harness these energies in and just say, you know what are thought patterns? What are addictive patterns? Whether it's just words we say to ourselves, self-destructive behavior, what is no longer serving me? My self-doubt, my self-pity. I had a friend a few years ago tell me this really cool thing, and it hurt me at the time because I was still in that victim mode. But he said to me, Becky, there's a difference between sympathy and empathy. And it took me a while to, it came back to me a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I finally get it. Sympathy is seeking. Empathy is true, because when people are empathetic and empathetic with you, they're not giving you energy, but they're putting themselves in a place where they understand what you've been through, and they understand. They're not like, oh my God, I'm so sorry for this and that. There is a huge difference, and there's a huge vibrational difference. So let that resonate with you today a little bit, because that is it good to bite off more than we can chew? That's boundaries, right? If you know it's more than you can chew and it doesn't feel right, don't do it. That is my advice to you. Sometimes, like society, all of our energy systems are different for what we can take on and tasks. Like I'm a projector in human design, so I'm very precise. I can do 10 million things at once, but I have to hone in on certain things that I really have a passion about. And I have to learn when to say no, because it's important, because when you're giving too much, you're giving away your energy, and it's only your own fault for doing that, because you're not putting a boundary up where you're like, sorry, I can't do this right now. And it's okay to say no. So short on this, you know what? It's not good for you to take on more than you can chew. Strategize. Don't overthink, and your soul will tell you what you need to do. What are the important things that you need to take out of each thing? But the key is quieting the mind. So I have to log off though. I'm going to pull a quick card because I have a client meeting right away, which I'm super excited about. I love client meetings. They always make me happy. So we're going to clear the energy as I weirdly knock on these cards. And we're going to ask Spirit to come in, all this full moon energy, and just thank it for being here. And I thank each and every one of you for being here and finding your way here. And I welcome you to join in any of my groups that I put on. I'm sort of random with them, so there's really no schedule. That's how I've learned to run my life. I used to be very scheduled, and now I've learned that it's better not to overplan. And Phil Good is one of those teachers that I love. I don't love all his messages, because there's nobody that you're going to agree with 100% of what they say, because everybody has a different consciousness. Everybody takes different things in, and he lives like a dot. I can't fully live like a dot because I have children and work, but a lot of the time I don't make plans until right before, especially if it doesn't feel right. I will wait, and I will make the decision right before. So that's another little great piece of advice. Oh, hi Kathy. Hope you're having a great weekend with your niece. That was so awesome. You guys were at the healing circle the other night. So Spirit, what do we need going forward? It's going to be this one. Ooh, the only goal. I love this art on these cards. So this card says, I will go where I can truly be, where I will fully shine. In all decisions, in all life choices, I act and think accordingly to the ultimate goal of my fulfillment. That's that soul purpose. I let no one come between me and my goal, nor will any obstacle stop me. I am not afraid of being judged, for only I know what is good and true for me. Oh, I just got chills. The freaking cards always just like give me chills. I transcend duality and I live fully. So be it. And that is so true. That is following those soul whispers and like the intuitive pinches that you feel. If something feels wrong, don't freaking do it. No matter what kind of pressure people or society around you is putting on you, if it feels wrong in a non-fearful way, listen to that. There's a huge difference between the ego and the intuition. Once we can tune into that, your life changes. It's life changing. It's like you're all open channels for divine wisdom and source, and you all have it in you. Believe it. Nobody is any better than anybody else. We are all on our journeys. So anyway, with that, I love you. Sending out so much love, virtual hugs. I love you. I'm just going to hug you all in and yeah, enjoy this beautiful day of this full moon in Virgo. Virgo's all about cleaning and organization. So maybe go and clean a room in your house today. Just organize something. You know, it might be more of a logical feeling because that's totally Virgo, just analyzing. So I love you. Have a wonderful day. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye.